Welcome back to Mission Landlord. In our last video, I shared what happened 2 years after my very first tenant. Stolen items, major damages, and a long list of repairs. Today, the mission continues. More walls to fix, more surprises to uncover. Stick around as we tackle the drywall disasters head on.
Alright, so I'm finished with what I said I was going to do, taking off the drywall, or the shitty drywall, and putting up a new, so here it is. Alright, so as you can see, I was able to just peel off what he did very easily. As I was sanding it down, it just started coming off. So now it's a smooth surface to where I can put my drywall repair grids. Smooth surface, smooth, just a smooth surface all the way. Wow. He used the taping spots. He didn't even need tape. Like, you don't need tape to cover this. Just sand it down and putty it and then resand. So, got that right there nice and smooth. I'm showing this because he had some kind of a system of studio in here and he didn't even bother to repaint it white. I love paint here, and told him at the end, like, hey, whatever you mess up, like, here's the paint, but no biggies. But it was 1,000 holes in this wall. It's hard to see, but I had to pull out just 100 fucking nails just then to redo that. So now I got to fix that up too. Different things have been a landlord. That's the only blinds in this house that's not damaged and needs a repair. As you can see, damage. What am I gonna do with that? Like, new people come in, I don't want them to have that's already broken and damaged. So crazy. So I'm still doing drywall repair. I'm a little out of breath because I'm manually sanding everything, and my arms are fucking spaghetti because I went to the gym and did upper body today. But just like I thought, you sand it down. Use this fucking cheap ass tape to put over, man. Like, once you sand it down to a smooth level, you can see the tape. Like, how am I supposed to paint over that? You see the tape. I got to properly repair shit like this. This shit right here is cheap. Oh no! For future renters, this is your best bet. So you don't punch your holes in the wall. These sell these at Home Depot, CVS, Walgreens. They sell these everywhere. Basically, you put them on the wall, you put them on the back of whatever you're trying to hang. They have them in different weight sizes from 5 up to 50 pounds. Wow. You stick them on the wall, you Velcro it. You don't gotta puncture holes in the wall, so when you move out, all you gotta do, peel it off the wall, bam, done, just like that. To future renters, when you're moving into a rental property or you're moving into a apartment, and that's the quickest way for you to get your deposit taken and not getting back, is fucking puncturing holes in their wall. See, like, necessary paint stuff like this, I wouldn't charge a tenant for something like this. This is just everyday kind of wear and tear, but for shit like this, holes in the wall where I got the repair, drywall, and paint over, you get charged for stuff like that. But just wear and tear on the walls, nicks, knacks, scrapes, you know, fucking something like this where, you know, this right here, that's just wear and tear of natural paint. So I wouldn't even trip about something like that as a landlord. Alright, so this is the continue from the videos from yesterday about the drywall repair, how to properly do it and things like that. So here is what I finished already. So bam, bam, that's what I did for that one. Then in here, I got the big wall. This is the one that has the most damage. So for proper drywall repair with holes like this, you need something like this. So basically a repair sheet, 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches is the biggest size that they come in. For these 2 holes here, they're on the smaller size. So basically what I did is I took one and broke it in half into 2. So I'm just basically place it, sand over, or not sand, putty over it, and then let it dry, and then sand later. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like after I take these, put it over it, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I put the putty on it. Alright, so that is the finished work. Well, not finished, but stage 2 done. So like I showed you before, you take it, you apply it to the wall, then you put a thin layer of the drywall repair over it. And I usually let it dry for like a day, you know, so when I do it, I let everything dry for a day, then I come back the next day, re-sand it down, make it nice and smooth, and then I put another coat over it just to be safe, and then re-sand, and then I paint and apply everything else after that. So yeah, bam. Usually I don't like to break the holes in half, but since the holes were too small and these shits are $4.98 a piece, I'm like, I'm not gonna use a full 4-inch size on this one. So hoping to this one fit, and yeah, that fits. I thought I was gonna have to get the 6-inch for this, but it looks like it fit. I can work with that. So yeah, see, like this one I want to cut in half too, like when they here too. So if I cut this one in half, I can maybe use 1/2 for here. I'll use a full one for that one right there. And I'll use 4 for these. Okay, all right, cool. Hopefully I have enough. Like I said, they're $5 a piece, so shit get expensive. All right, so here we are. We are back. We're back for the second day after we sanded, put the cover over the drywall. Just want to show you what it looks like once it's done. Give me a second here. All right, so this is what it looks like. So once it's done, got a nice kind of a rough kind of a feel to it. So that's where we come in and we do the second sanding job. So we got this here, so kind of rough. So, but for the most part, it feels even. So when we sand this down, it should be real smooth with the wall. We may need another coat of drywall over some of them, but we will find out once we get the sand in. So this is the den, this is the living room. I haven't checked the other two yet since I've been in here, so we can do that now. So I'm here, turn on the light. So yeah, it came out really well. Nice. That was there, and then this is the master bedroom over here. This is all the spots. So yeah, that came out quite nice. So let's get the sanding. I'll sand one and kind of show you what it looks like, and we'll go from there. All right, so this is the finished work here. Nice. As you can see, this is how it's supposed to be properly done. I showed you the mesh sheets before. You put the mesh sheets over, then you lay a nice coat of drywall repair over, and we wait for it to dry overnight. Once it dries, then we'll come back and sand it down, and then basically do the same thing again. So here's the living room. I don't know if you remember before pictures, but there was 2 big ass holes in the wall. Here's the guest bedroom. So bam, bam. So those 2 are done there, all with the mesh. So that way it's properly done. So when I sand it, I don't miss anything. So bam, bam, that's done. That right there. The rest of it's just kind of me covering holes where nails came out at and screws and things like that. Just let it dry overnight. I'm actually, I ran out of them here. I need 1 more. I'm quite out. So I'm gonna have to do I'm gonna have to get that. I might have to get one and kind of break it up between that there. I'm not even sure what the fuck did this, but I gotta fix that. So so this is gonna be the last thing I do, because I want to get this done, and then I want to paint the whole closet white. You can kind of see it's got like that dirty kind of white look to it. So I'm gonna paint it all like a nice bright white, and then I'm gonna put the shelves back in. So yeah, drywall repair done right. So time consuming. I've been out here for a few hours not doing it. It's a little time consuming, but saves me a lot of money from hiring somebody else to do it. So especially around the holiday time where all your money's going towards gifts for the family, spending on things like that. So I'll be back tomorrow to show you the rest of it, me sanding it, doing over with some more, and just. Alright, so I got all the walls sanded. Look at this shit, it's so messy sometimes doing all this fucking drywall. Got drywall dust everywhere. I'm gonna show you what this room looks like from just hand sanding. Fucking not even with a machine, just straight up me and my hands. Wow. Look at that. I do have all the doors open to air the place out because the last tenant had dogs and he didn't properly clean behind them. So it smells like straight pooch in here. So I got all these clean, sanded down, ready for the next coat. As y'all showed you this one earlier, this one's clean, sanded down, ready for the next coat. It's always a big mess when you're doing drywall. That's why I wear the mask over my face. No need for my allergies to be acting up because dust want to get in. These masks are actually pretty good. Keeps out most of the dust for the most part. Like I don't have any breathing issues when I'm done with all this drywall. And you know what they say about drywall and the chemicals and paint and shit like that. So even though this house has a fresh coat of paint that I did about 2 years ago. So all are ready for the new coat of spackle. So I have a little bit left in this bottle that I have, or this container. So I'm gonna put a fresh layer over with this container here, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. All right, I'm in my sanding gear. So as you can see, so I got one of them done. I'm gonna show you what it looks like before I put that second coat over it. So this is what it looks like now after the first coat. So I smoothed it out. So I'm gonna smooth, as you can tell they definitely need a second coat. So that's no issue. I have more stuff. So, but you want it to be smooth like that before you put the second coat over. I'm actually working in here now to get that nice and smooth over. Then I make my way to the rooms. But just to show you what I'm using just basically all-purpose sheetrock. Bought a few of these, different sizes. But the sanders I'm using to sand things down is here. So fine, medium, these are nice. Gets everything nice and smooth. It won't scratch the paint too much, but it'll definitely get any bumps or any nicks that's on the paint out. So, yep, I'm definitely gonna need more drywall repair because that's like less than a quarter of a bucket. Guess I'll be taking a trip to Home Depot today, but making my way through.